So yeah, Chris was asking about audience insights. So I was gonna just find out from Chris what your kind of where you were getting, what challenges you were having with it. Really, what help do you need?
Just technology, really.
Okay.
I found,
you're learning, so this is your new
yeah. Well, I managed to do the survey, which I was really impressed with. But it's just, I found the actual place, the ads manager place and everything, but I just don't really know what to search for, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
It didn't seem like the same screen that you had when you were showing it. It seemed like a different screen, so.
So are you going into manage ads? Tell me if you can see my screen and if it looks like this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's got my business one. And then
I don't seem to have that manage ads thing. I have a create ads screen, but I can't find the manage ads. So do you have to do anything different to enable that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So can you get into this bit here where you've got your tools? Have you managed to get into this bit? It takes it all the time though. It drives me mad because look, my audience insights aren't even showing on here now where they were the other day. So sometimes you have to search. It's just Facebook. It just likes to just really screw with our mind. So, but if you search in that search bar at the top, and if you got to this bit where you're searching for everyone on Facebook, and then did you manage to get this?
No, my screen is nothing like that at all when I go into audience insights.
I think what we'll do is, if you like, we can jump on another call and you can screen share with me and I can have a look what's going on yours. That's probably going to be the best thing.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. Yeah.
We'll do that then. We'll sort that out later.
I've got a bit of a block with it, but I'm gradually knocking it down with.
It's fine. We'll smash it. Has anybody, while I'm in audience insights though, has anybody got any questions or any challenges that they've been having with it? Jen, Katie, were you all right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're all right. Are you okay with it, Jen?
Yeah, I probably want to go through once to get to the point of doing the Facebook ads.
Yeah, that's fine. We can come back to it again then and look at the targeting and stuff like that. That's totally fine. Yeah, we can figure all that bit out, because when you come to do a target on the Facebook ads, you don't really use the audience insights bits anyway. That's because by that point you know who you're going to be targeting and stuff. So but that's fine. Yeah, we can come back and look at it then. Okay, right. I'll stop sharing now and hand back to Lisa.
Did you want to do the branding though, Michelle?
Oh yeah. Well, because I've got Chris's branding thing. I've just brought it up. Where's it gone now? Oh, it's gone off here. Hold on.
I just thought it makes sense to do all the.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So if you guys want to send me your worksheets, I haven't had them. I've just had Chris's, and I can go through those as well.
You guys have to send them. Okay.
But yeah, it's up to you. If you don't, you don't have to. If you're confident with what you've got going on, if you want some feedback on it, then you can send it. That's absolutely fine. So from what you've got a really good understanding, Chris, of your target market anyway, because you are them. So that's absolutely fine. And we can go back in and fill up. For some of these bits you can't do until you've got your survey results anyway. So you'll have a clearer idea of the psychographics and the challenges and stuff like that, really. So from what I can see, it's great. You've got your gap. So strategy meeting, giving the individual time to think about here, and they are. So more of your gap, we can look at this more in more detail around. Have you done any research on who else is out there doing something similar to your ideas? Do you know if there's anyone out there? Any sort of...
I have done some searches, and just general Google searches and things on names and support groups and advice groups and things like that. I can't see anything. What there is in terms of the police is it's called British Association of Women Police, but it tends to be for really high ranking officers, not for rank and file, if you like.
Yeah.
That's sort of a networking stroke support advice group.
Is that while they're still actually in that role though?
Yeah, and then they, as they retire, they sort of.
Chris, could I ask for some background, just so I have, because obviously I know you've been talking to Michelle lots, but I'd love to hear more about what, because like Michelle says, you know your ideal target because you are it. So what is that? I'd love to know a little bit more about that so that I can contribute as well.
Yeah, okay. So I could talk about this for hours, but I'll try a little bit because I don't want to monopolise everything. But basically, I was 30 years in the police. The first 20 years, it was absolutely fine. And, you know, working extra hours, working weekends, being called out of bed 2 o'clock in the morning was no problem until I had kids. And then it's a totally different animal. So basically, you struggle a lot with coming to terms with like doing 2 jobs, but not doing either of them right. You feel guilty when you're at work, you feel guilty when you're at home, and there's no, the lines are all blurred because you're getting phone calls at home, you have to get off my leg, kids, you know, and all this. And for me, it wasn't too bad because I knew I'd only got a few more years to go. But
someone else will answer that.
But the sort of terms and conditions have changed now, and the expectation is to have at least a 40-year career in the police or do short-term contracts for 5 or 10 years. And I think a lot of women faced with that will be wanting to get out, but you don't have any time to think, you don't have any time to yourself. You know, you're lucky if you get to like have your legs waxed or something. So you've certainly got no thinking time about where you want to be, what your dreams are, and you know what you want to do apart from this, because you're quite institutionalized as well. So it's sort of for them ladies, if you like, to say, you know, let me help you to sit down and think about what your dreams are and what you really want.
You're targeting people who are currently in that situation.
Isn't it Federation Police then? Because I worked for Merseyside Police for 5 years. I worked with Bernard Hogan Howe before he went to the Met. I was in Canning Place, and they've obviously got the Federation that they'll all be linked to, whether there's a Facebook page for there that you can contact the Federation. Is the Unison? Unison that they'll have, so all the police officers going to be connected to that as well.
Well, the connector, but it's mainly because they have male bosses that don't have this you know, dual purpose, if you like. There's no sympathy really about working shifts and about being able to finish early and stuff like that. So
yeah, you could target it, couldn't you, on Facebook to say those that follow Unison Federation Women.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
So you literally just targeting the women that are following Unison and Federation, and that will get you straight to them.
Yeah,
great idea.
Well, the other thing, as Lisa was saying, is when you retire as well, there's loads of networking goes on with the lads, and you know they're offering each other jobs, and do you want to come work with me, and do you want to do this, do you want to do that?
The boys sort of thing.
Jobs for boys, but the women are just basically dumped. It's like you're in a big tube for like 30 years, and you're just dumped in the middle of nowhere, with quite a lot of skills, but no idea what you want to do. And you know, it's quite life-changing, and I've really struggled for 18 months, so that's the other side of it as well, really. Just to capture them people and just to...
Yeah, what an amazing... This is incredible, Chris, though, because it's really clearly this huge gap, this huge void.
What you were saying the other day was that when a lot of the women will retire and get a job in a tea shop just because they just get, you know, a mundane, like, crappy job because they've got to do something. But then they don't understand that they can actually do something.
They are so highly skilled.
Yeah, exactly. And that they
highly
can
trained,
highly skilled. Their dream.
Yeah.
Love
wow,
it.
the people that you can help, Chris, is mind-blowing. There's like, I have nobody in my family are in the police. I have no connections with the police at all. So I had no idea that this was even a problem. You know, it's amazing that, you know, those differences still exist, and that you are looking and you are going to be supporting them. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Chris. I just felt it would help, like Jennifer's just proved it, you know, that we can all come from our different angles and support each other.
Yeah. Well, just really quickly as well, apparently it's not just the police, because Michelle was saying, is that your sister-in-law is in the NHS?
Yeah.
Been there for 15 years, and she's worked so hard to get there, and she's really, really miserable and unhappy. But because she's worked so hard, it's like, I'm staying here no matter what. And it's like, get a life, you know.
Yeah. She lost a baby 2 years ago. She lost a baby, a newborn baby. She's had another baby now, but she's going back to work full time as a nurse and leaving her baby just because she doesn't want to give up on her, like, you know, I've worked so hard for this career kind of thing. And I'm just a bit like, want to shake her and go, like, she commutes from where we are in Shropshire to Liverpool, like it's from 7 in the morning till 7 at night, and leaving the kids. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be like this. She doesn't see another way at the moment. She doesn't see that you can do something that you love and get well paid for it. It's not in her. She's conditioned. I
guess part of that as well is what you're going to have to deal with, Chris, when it's breaking these blocks, is that whole thing of, I have worked so hard to get here, and it's like, if I leave, that'll be all that time wasted. And
family, you know, like, yeah.
It's actually that skill set can be reused and repurposed, and they haven't lost anything because of everything they've gained through the experience and training and everything else, but they don't have to stay in that machine, and they don't have to use it in that way, or they can reorganize their life around their dreams more. So that's going to be a big block that obviously you're going to come up against.
Just to give you an example, I've just gone on and put in Unison, and they've broken down into locations. So Unison West Midlands, Unison Scotland, and there's like 100 in one group, 900 in another. So they'll be all sort of ones that you'll be able to specifically target. And then to do the NHS as well, there'll be one for the NHS, NHS workers or something, that will be groups just for them that you can then particularly specifically target.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
That is amazing, and that's exactly why I wanted to do this session. You've just demonstrated it to me, Jen.
Right, so NHS workers for decent pay, and there's like 5,000 people in that group. No, 5,000 people in that group. So
what's that called? Sorry.
NHS workers for decent pay. So they're already unhappy with what they're paying.
Yeah, that's really key, isn't it? Because like we're talking about that block of what they're, and some people just aren't ready to hear that message, and they're not going to be ready to hear that message. And you know, those are not your ideal clients, because if they're not ready to hear the message, then you're going to be banging your head against a brick wall, and you're going to feel like, oh, nobody wants to hear this, nobody's interested. But if you're going for the people and targeting the people that are already at a point where they're like trying to take action against the status quo, so in a group like that where they're trying to actively seek something better, then they're more receptive to it. So that's definitely awesome, Jennifer. Really, really awesome. Thank you. Was there any? Sorry, you were going on. I interrupted you, Michelle.
Don't worry, no, it's fine. So so your your manifesto thing is amazing. All about standing against male domination, the expectations that women just get on with it and do not follow their dreams, the 9-to-5 culture. I love that. So you've got, that's all what you've got in there is fantastic. So we can just build on that though as we start to get the survey results back and whatever. So yeah.
I just needed to know whether the questions in the survey reflected what I'd written down, because
well, let's have a look at your survey. I'll bring this down now. Now I know that as well. That does help, because I wrote some notes on this last night, but obviously we'll all take, now we've got a little bit of background of where you're going, we'll all take a little bit, we can all, so feel free. I'm gonna go through my notes, but like I said, we know a little bit more now anyway, but feel free, anybody, to contribute. This is about us all contributing and creating this.
I'm more than happy to get feedback from anybody. Thanks very much for everybody.
So first of all, I love your are you ready to start your dream life? I think that's an awesome start to it. Have you looked at pictures? Had you had a look at what pictures to add?
No, I didn't get a chance to look at the pictures. I just wanted to get the content first.
You wanted to get content. So are you comfortable with doing that? Are you comfortable with looking at the pictures, or is that something you're...
I'm comfortable looking at the
pictures. Yeah, to getting them on.
Yeah, it's just putting them on. It's a technological thing of getting them on.
If you're stuck, don't worry about reaching out, but also don't forget that you can look over the recording as well, and kind of have the recording potentially you know, on your phone while you're doing it, and stop and pause it as you go. Because I know you said you like to be doing something rather than just being shown it. But if you put the recording and kind of do it step by step at the same time, if you still need support, then don't hesitate to reach out. Because the picture is, I mean, we will talk about the content now, but the picture is really key. It's all about setting that standard and setting yourself apart. And, you know, SurveyMonkey pictures come along, SurveyMonkey surveys come along all the time, and they're just a plain, and you're setting yourself out. I mean, what you're going to be offering is so incredible. You want to make sure from the get-go you're up there. So yeah, this is awesome. How young are you today? Awesome. So if you could wave a magic wand over one area of your life, what would it be? I love that question, because it's really open, and you're asking what they want right now. The only thing here, please jump in if anyone's got anything else to add. The only thing here that I would say is where it says, please detail what this changed with me. So what about something like, please tell, could you please share with me, or tell me what this change would mean to you. So it's more of a conversational question rather than detail.
Yeah.
What was that, Jen?
Quite formal.
Yeah, that's what I felt. It was quite formal, and you want to the best answers. So I was going through a Typeform survey for another client this morning that we've been doing together, and the answers so long, they fill up half my page just looking at them, because they feel they're having a conversation. They feel like they're engaging in a conversation and they're sharing. So just kind of something, I think there's a couple of things where it's please detail. So what is the biggest thing from stopping you from making that change? That's awesome. Please detail again. So that's then about rephrasing that. I love this.
Just copy this from yours, because it's
that's absolutely perfect. These questions have been proven to work. I think this question was this was a Jennifer Hardy question, wasn't it, Michelle? This was one that, so these questions are like an accumulation of other people's questions as well that have done and have worked, and so that's what they're put together. This isn't you don't have to worry about copyright here or anything like that, because it's not going up on the internet. These are things you're sending to individual people, and why fix what isn't broken? Do you feel you're living in alignment with your dreams, values and goals, and what do you need to bring closer to alignment? I love that question. I would be interested in knowing how everyone feels if there are people within sort of the 9 to 5. Would those people know what alignment means? So that's my only worry about that question. I mean, potentially they're on the verge of learning it, and they're in that space, but there probably will be a lot of those. It possibly, and I'm open to feedback here. This is a conversational thing with this question. I'm interested. At first, when I saw this question, I loved it. Now I know your target audience, I'm questioning whether it is appropriate for all. Because there will be people within that who understand, and there will be people that don't. Even if they're ready for change, it doesn't mean they understand that question. Do you see what I mean? Has anybody else got anything to add to that? Is that would you agree
with what you're saying? It is quite a woo kind of alignment. Is a bit.
It's not woo woo to us anymore.
No, but you could change it to something. Do you feel like you are? I don't know. Maybe get the thesaurus out and have a look. What are the words for alignment? Do you feel
maybe you are? So change that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I think so.
You are living. Do you feel you're living the life of your dreams, or are you living the life you always wanted to live? Do you feel you're doing what you were born to do? I think even that question isn't too woo-woo, is it? To be born to do, that's something that we're quite, it's bordering on woo-woo, but it's not quite woo-woo. How does everyone feel about that question? Do you feel you're doing what you were born to do? Is that better? Does that still?
I like that one as well, because that might trigger off their thoughts around, they might have felt like they were born to be in the police before they had children and before they became a mum, and now that's changed, and now actually they don't feel like they were. So whether it's the born to do, or whether do you feel like you are doing what you are, what again, sort of living your purpose, that's a bit kind of woo as well, isn't it? But you know,
can I just say the problem with this though, I suppose, so obviously got, do you feel living like, so yes or no, and what needs to change to bring you closer? So if you change it to something like, you know, do you feel you are living the life, as you said before, of your dreams, and have achieved your values and goals, and if not, what needs to change to bring you closer to this goal?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
definitely.
Yeah, like that.
Happy with that question, Chris?
Yeah, I'm just scribbling away. Thanks very much.
Scribbling away, I didn't want to go too fast and you'd be like, what is your secret untapped dream or life goals that you truly want to make real? I like the term of that whole thing of secret, because a lot of these people within that industry will be like, you know, they're kind of getting up day to day, doing what they're supposed to do, following protocol, and yet secretly they're harbouring these other aspirations, and I think that's powerful. So this last question, I mean, because I wasn't sure of your target audience, I started to talk to you about the Perfect Happiness Program. What is it? Is this in relation? Is that relevant to what you want to offer?
I just wanted to really get to the hard, cold facts of what do people feel that they need. But and I wasn't.
Ask that question maybe. What is it? Maybe because the Perfect Happiness Program, if that was so for mine, when I was looking at online visibility, mine was Imagine the Perfect Online Visibility Program, because that's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
So I wanted their input of what they wanted, you know, what are they struggling with that they need support with. Yeah. So if that's your plan to put together a happiness program for these people, then that would work. But is that, you know, if that's not exactly the plan?
No. So I'm open to suggestions about that. I still want to put that question in, but the wording's not quite right.
Happiness program.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just ask, Chris, what is it you do? I've completely forgotten.
I'm unsure.
Service. So, what is your service that you're offering that you're trying to grow?
Well, I suppose you call it a lifestyle coach, is in sort of broad terms. And what I want to do is give these people some time out to think about what they really want to do with life, and help them to do that. And whether that's I don't know, directing them towards a personal trainer, or you know, maybe some coaching, or it's just really about them taking time out to think what they really want. But I also thought, you know, I can support people who want to do like a sporting event or something. You know, I can train with them or that sort of thing. It's all a little bit vague. I know,
no, vague is fine at the moment. You don't need, you know, because at the moment you're, it's okay to be where you are right now. So don't feel that you have to be. You're creating this, and when you get the results back, one of the powerful things is when you're getting your results back is you recognizing what those problems are, and that helps to shape your services.
Right.
I was with another client last night, and they were feeling exactly the same until they started getting these answers back, and then they were like, oh well, I'd fix that problem this way, I'd fix that problem that way, and then they're starting to work out how they will be physically doing this. So you'll find, don't feel pressure that you should be in another place. You are exactly the right place to where you should be right now.
Okay.
But when it comes to this question, then we need to make sure that it's it allows for that space.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe what you said to me a minute ago, what you wanted to know was what they need right now.
Yeah.
So what 3 things do you need support in right now? What 3 things would help you to move forward in your life right now? Anybody want to give any additional feedback to that?
Yeah, I was going to say something similar along the lines of, you know, imagine if you're at point A now, what would need for you to get to your goal, which is point B? What 3 things would you need? And if it was someone to help me start a new business, someone to help me You know, get my late.
I can guarantee that what 2 of the answers will be time and money.
More time, more money.
It doesn't matter what. I've done these surveys now for so many different industries, so many different ideal clients aiming at them, and time and money, time and money, time and money. These are the things that people are feeling are blocking them across the spectrum. And the thing that everyone wants to do is help other people and be seen by other people as being good at what they do, being recognised. Those are the things that people want, and those are the things that are stopping them. It's amazing to see these similarities in human nature across the board. But obviously, you've got to do the survey. Don't just take my word for it. So is that helpful, Chris?
That's really helpful, and I just wanted to know that I was aiming in the right place, really, and those questions would elicit what I need to know.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, the questions that you've got are the questions you've taken are fab, and with those amendments, and obviously then there's adding the picture so that it really engages and draws and intrigues the people that you send.
Have you got any sort of rough ideas about what sort of picture would fit with those?
Well, I mean, Michelle mentioned before, didn't you, about thinking of the happy dream. So, you know, pulling on the when she was talking to Jennifer about picking her picture, she talked. I mean, let's have a look. Where's that's? I was just thinking. Oh, I can never move my. I'm not. Have I shared the screen with you? You are seeing. You seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, I can't remember. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, that's Jennifer's. So it's this sense of freedom, isn't it? This sense.
Yeah, I love that picture.
Yeah. So I mean, something similar to that. Obviously, I mean, what you want to do is evoke a feeling of, you know, I mean, your first question was, "Are you ready to live the life of your dreams?" That was your open page, wasn't it? I can't go back to that now, but that was your open page. So, you know, something that encompasses the dream. What is the dream? It's this sense of freedom, isn't it? It's that freedom is another word that comes up all the time on these surveys. And
should that include an image of a child as well, or not?
Potentially, yeah. If you're targeting mothers, and if you think, I don't know if you saw our survey for our Summer Freedom, the one we had on that was. I mean, it was a baby, wasn't it, Michelle?
Yeah, mum on a beach, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah. Just see what you think of this picture, because I could always just send you this picture, depending on what. Because straight away, then, if you are targeting,
it needs to be quite an empowering picture, because these people are quite like our picture's a bit. I think our picture's a bit wishy-washy. We had an hour.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
For this, I think. It needs to be someone who looks quite strong and quite, because that's the profession that they're in. And then I'll have a look as well. I'll have a little look later. I love wasting hours on the website. So I'll sit out in the garden later with the girls and have a browse.
But yeah, go to Splash and Pixabay if you're looking. Those are the links over in the workbooks. They have got some fabulous photos. They're really. Is this where you got your photo from, Jennifer?
Yeah, I got it from the site. You Splash, is it? You Splash?
Unsplash, yeah.
Unsplash, no, one of those ones, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's an awesome site. And as we're on gems, are you happy with that, Chris?
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks so much for your feedback. I do really appreciate it.
Oh, that's what this whole process is about, absolutely. And it's just proved to me in the first half an hour of this of why this group, doing it this way, is really powerful. Because also, of course, it's not just you that we're all kind of learning through this process. Everybody on the call learns through feedback, even if it's not directly at you. We all learn the process. And also when you're teaching it as well, when you're chipping in and helping other people, that helps you to grow as an individual. So this is Jen's. I absolutely love the picture. Has any of you got any feedback on that? Everybody agree? Yeah, it's awesome.
I love the picture, but those stars on a jacket, they're a bit distracting.
Do you think?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, it's only me, maybe. I don't know.
No. It's I mean, all these feet. Don't. If you're going to be sending this to people, it's interesting to know what other people pick up on. So yeah, absolutely. Don't be afraid of giving any feedback whatsoever. That's what we're here for. I didn't see that. What I saw was somebody standing on a beach just free. That's how I saw it. And so
I saw it as you can be a star. You can be your own star.
Yeah.
Life type of thing.
This person looks active to me. They look, fit and active. I know you can only see the back of them, but they look like they're living a life of freedom. That's what strikes me. And
right, to do a cartwheel on the beach.
Yeah. Clearly capable of cartwheeling. I can see that. My only thing on this page would be the potential wording of the welcome to my survey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one of the things that comes up with you, it comes up in the survey, it comes up from the first moment when we had that call after the first mastermind, was about earning more money and working less.
Yeah.
So maybe something, are you ready to earn more and work less?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Anybody else got any other?
Yeah, that would be great. That would be.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Okay, so I love how you've also added these bits here. I want to help you achieve your goals just like me. I think that's really, really good, really nice, really clever. And it's just straight away there, how to earn more but work less, a fitness instructor. That's your message. And that's why I like the idea of it being in front, but that absolutely is your message, and it's really powerful in itself. In 2017, that's brilliant.
Sorry, can I just be really picky?
Yeah.
Sorry. You've not closed the speech marks after 2017.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I'm really anal about that, and I know some people
I didn't pick up on that. Well done, Chris. And the other thing, actually, which to add in there, which I didn't put my notes down for last night, was if you add in there that you promised to keep the email safe, because I actually had one of my clients sent her survey out and got 2 messages after saying, sorry, I'm not filling it in because you asked for my emails on the first question. You're just going to spam me. And I was like, well, obviously they're not very nice. They're not very supportive people, are they? Because you know them. These are not random people. So just adding that you're going to keep safe, and that maybe you hate spam too, or something like that. It's just people just like that reassurance. And I love that. Don't tell anyone. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone your age. Choose as many as you like. You need to go back into this because you can select to only select one. When you look at on the type form, on the side of the type form, you've got your options, and you put in your age, like the choices of your things. You can tick whether you want them to be able to choose as many as they like or just select one. So just change that over, because obviously you don't want to messing you around with that.
Can I just go back to that last one, just to ask you a question? Because I've put that in 18 to 25, 26, and then 45 plus. My friend who isn't a fitness instructor, but I showed her it just so she would go through it. And she's like, I'm in the 45, I'm in the elders category. Should I put another one? But I thought, well, most fitness instructors, should there be another one after that, or is that fine?
I think it's fine based on the fact that you're talking about the fitness instructors. Does anyone else have any feedback?
It's your target market, isn't it? So if your target market falls into that, then I would leave it as it is.
Yeah, your friend is, like you say, she's not a fitness instructor. What part of being a fitness instructor makes you come alive and feel like you're making a difference to the world? Think about what you love and how you help others. I like to think about what you love. I would personally take away, someone at the bloody door again. Everyone does this when I'm on the call to you. I would personally take away how you help others. Does anybody feedback on that just while I get the door? What does that make sense to everybody? Because if you're saying how you help others, you're giving
them the hint,
giving them the words of this is you want to do what you're doing because you want to help others. Where actually that might not be why they do what they do. I'm just going to get the door. Talk about that. Sorry,
I really love them little comments. I might have to borrow with pride, mate.
I didn't even notice that you could do that. Was that the description bit or something?
Yeah, the description bit, and I put
I
on
didn't pay much attention to that.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's just like makes it more personable.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
nice, isn't it? Just gives them that extra
Yeah.
little bit as well. Like, oh, there's
Extra nudge, isn't it?
Yeah, but I do agree when Lisa says think about what you love, because they might come up with it and go, oh, actually, I really love helping others, but it might not be that. But then they think, oh, actually, I should be.
I better put that because
I
yeah,
help others, and actually, it's not. It's because they
want to earn more money. They want to,
yeah, it didn't kind of guide them. So yeah, no, I agree with that. But no, that is really good. Awesome. I can't scroll down now on Lisa's. Let's have a look at the next one. I'm like, oh, why is it not working? What's it?
Sorry, okay, where were we?
Oh, there we go. She's back. I was trying to scroll down the screen, but I can't.
You can't do that. Are you cool with that, Jen? Do you understand what I mean by that? Yeah. Okay, what is the biggest experience you're feeling right now as a fitness instructor? Now, again, does anybody think what I might say here?
Yeah, example, take it out.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just, you want their words. We don't want to second guess. Otherwise, there's no point in doing the survey, is there?
Is there anything else I can put in instead of example then, just so it's a bit more fluffy?
Mm.
So, because I do like having the things in the struggle right now as a fitness instructor.
Maybe something along the lines, and I think it was in yours, Katie. Stop me if I'm wrong, but somebody has written about what gives you a headache or what keeps you up at night. You know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because I do agree. I like your little notes down the bottom, because it just adds that little bit more of a conversational tone, but you don't have to give examples in it. You know, you're still just adding to the question, really. We all accept through life we may try things that fail. What failures shaped you in the fitness industry? I like how you've adapted that question. Keeping it targeted, because we've all got different failures in our life. It could be failed relationships, but let's face it, that's completely irrelevant to you. You don't really care about their relationships in the nicest possible way. You're interested in what they've struggled with within the fitness, and that's one of my favorite questions. It gets such fabulous answers.
Is there anything else I can put in, like the little strap line?
You could always break that question up and say, we all accept throughout life that we may try things and we fail. What failures shaped you in the fitness industry? ? And then you could put underneath, what advice would you offer to others? So just so that, to break that up a little bit potentially. What anybody else think anything different?
It could be two complete separate questions, because there's quite a lot of information they could offer in the failures that have shaped them and the advice.
Yeah, I just ran out of question space.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're allowed, how many have you got? I think
I used them all. So you used them all up. I thought you used them all up.
No, you've got 9. You've got an extra question.
Oh, okay.
So you could, because that was actually one of my things was, you don't always have to, there's no point adding questions if they're irrelevant. But if you've got the space,
Okay.
Then you can break that up. I liked your targeting with that. I think we can all learn from that really keeping things targeted and staying on topic and you're constantly reminding your people who are filling this out what this is about. You're constantly bringing them back. So the information you're going to get is going to be really relevant to you and your business. And I really like that. So if you could show how you could
missed one out. Sorry, missed number 6.
Did I miss one out? Sorry.
Sorry, just
do you feel that being a fitness instructor has given you your dream lifestyle? And if not, what would you need to have your dream lifestyle? Good question. Anybody?
I like that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Again, bringing people back. The tagline. I love the tagline, but you don't have to have it every time. So don't like, because if it's not relevant, you could. Do you feel being a fitness instructor is giving you a dream lifestyle? You could add something like,
I'm living my dreams or something. Tell me what you would.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Hang on, I'm just kind of forming it in my head. Tell me what you would need to have your dream lifestyle.
I'm living my dreams.
I'd love you to be living yours like I'm living mine, or something like that. But I don't know. What does everyone else think? Do you think it's needed there?
I think you'll be careful of coming across too salesy, because at this time you're just gathering information.
Yeah, you're right, Katie. You're right.
So that would not put me off as such, but sometimes when people tell me how amazing their life is, I'm like, no, I don't necessarily want to know.
Yeah.
To buy into it, I think a later date is a bit different, but
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point, Katie. Thank you for that. Okay, if I could show you how to earn more and work less as a fitness instructor, how would this help you achieve your lifestyle goal? Katie, based on what you just said, would you say that question was too salesy or not? No. So you're not saying look at me in that question.
No. You're showing. You're not kind of going look at me. I don't think in that one. You're offering to show people, which I just think comes across differently to me. Yeah,
I'm in agreement with you. I was just intrigued to know what your opinion would be based on your comment on the last question. Yeah. I agree. I think this is a good question, because you're setting yourself up and saying this is Definitely. What I potentially do, and with encompassing the fact that you have this awesome looking survey and you're asking these really intriguing questions and triggering potential thought processes that they may not have even had, and then you're saying, what if I could show you this? Then it just develops that sense of intrigue, and it is very powerful. If there was a community fitness brand that you could tap into that would provide you with all the tools you need to learn to be successful in the fitness industry and allow you to earn more and work less, what 3 things would it need to have? How do we feel about that question, everybody? How is that clear, what she's asking?
Yeah, I think it's positioning the offer, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose after reading that back, there's 2 areas at the moment, because for me to grow the fitness brand quite quickly, there'd be a lot of investment needed to get to that. But initially, if I was to do consultancy, I could train them up to become their own instructors if they want to do it under their brand initially, which will then once I've got funds from a few of them, I can then set it up.
Yeah, I see what you mean, and that's why even this reviewing process is useful for you. So you're reviewing your own work here and thinking, well, hang on, where am I taking this? Don't be afraid, though. I mean, that's a completely different question, and we'll get. So if that could be something along the lines of, if I was able to help you and give you the tools you need to be successful in the industry, in the fitness industry, to work more and less, what 3 things would you need? A bit like that point A to point B question with Chris. But targeted at using the word fitness industry and recognizing that you can help them. So, if you're, because you've already talked about, is it giving them their dream lifestyle? And if not, why not? So what is it that they need to get to their dream lifestyle, and what do they need to have to get there? So a very similar question to Chris, because you're tapping into just a basic thing of what is it that they need? Where do they need the support? But I would like to add also that don't be afraid of including your big dreams within the survey either. Your initial thing is this consultancy, like you say, because you can create an income that then funds the further dream, the bigger dream. But it's interesting to, you're asking them to talk about their big dreams. Don't be afraid of including it in some way. That's just a note I want to add there. I think this question would be more powerful based on what we've just said. But just as a general thing to put out there, don't be afraid of anybody of, like, this is about you exploring the possibilities.
Yeah. Does that mean I leave it as the same? Sorry, I can't leave it as it is, or does it need changing?
It's completely up to you. This is what I'm kind of throwing the both out there. I personally think that what do you want to know? That's the question you've got to ask. What do you want to know?
I want in terms of
what information do you want from this question?
Well, I want information as in what would help them set up and run a successful fitness business where they're earning more. So if they said to me it was going to be to know how to market, to know how to work online, or it could be they just had to give them the confidence to set up in the community, I suppose. So if this ends up going to either newbies or those that are in the community that they're just struggling because they don't know how to market themselves, and so again, I don't know whether this is a bit woolly, and I'm just
I think maybe, like we said to Chris, you just need to ask that question. What do you need to achieve that dream lifestyle within the fitness industry? What do you need? So you'll get being much more, like, less wordy in a way. I know some of the questions that that we sent over were very wordy. They're a accumulation of various questions written by different people, and some of them are quite wordy, but it's up to you to find your way through that and to find something that fits with you and your brand, and to pick out what works for you and what doesn't. In this situation, based on what you've just said to me, I think what you need to know is very simple, and so the question can be simplified. Does everybody else agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you're not 100% sure what your offering is going to be, you need that. This is what's going to guide you to give you that, just to find out what people want and need.
So take this community fitness brand one out there, even though, because obviously we won't have space to add another one in.
Well, what you mean? Could you do that and then ask something within the community? You could ask. Just thinking.
Because I haven't got enough space to say I have another question, but if you said, don't be afraid to add community fitness brand into it, I wouldn't have another space to put one in.
What you want to know is, if you were to talk about your community fitness brand, you want to know what it is that what would make them sign up to it. What would be attractive with a community fitness brand? What would make a community fitness brand more attractive than doing it on their own? So, and what a community fitness brand would be is a bit like having that franchise, isn't it? That you have that support network around you, that you have the guidance with you, that you have that safety net. So you want to like tease out of people. Would you be interested in joining a community fitness brand that would provide support, enabling you to set up, enabling you support and safety net and blah, blah, blah. And then you've got to be careful not to give it a yes and no question. So you need to add more to that. What would attract you to working within a brand as opposed to working on your own? Or how do you feel about working within a community fitness brand as opposed to working on your own? Because you may get some of the blocks coming up then. Well, I don't want to work, I want to work on my own, I want to be independent, I don't want to have to follow any rules, or, those things might come up with that. Anybody else got any feedback on that? Does that make sense to anybody, or anybody got any different opinions?
No, I agree with what you're saying there. Yeah, that sounds good.
Does that make sense to you, Jen? No? Hang on, let me just plug my computer.
I'll have a little play around with it, and if I send that one question over once.
Yeah, we want to get, ideally, you want to get these sent out as soon as, like, this is our review session for this. So the sooner we can send these out, the better. So if you sent me over a reviewed question over the weekend, I will feed back to you before the end of the weekend, straight away, as soon as I put within reason. Yeah. I'm actually going windsurfing tomorrow, God help me. So in between that,
oh my God.
I'd respond so that you can get this out as soon as possible. Because, that would be great if you could. So yeah, we'll go over that and we'll discuss that. Not a problem. Okay. Shall we do Katie? No, hang on. There's one more, isn't there? I missed one. What fitness brands or fitness professionals do you love or aspire to be like? Give me 3 names, and that would be fantastic. I like that you've asked the name, because you've taken what I said about the problem with the URL thing, where people went away to get URLs, and you've just asked for their names. And I like that. I think that's good. And it does help you to understand who your influencers are, who these people are aspiring to be, so you know. You can then look at these people and see what they're offering and how they are inspiring, so you can take inspiration from them. Any other feedback on Jennifer?
I like the fact you've said if you could give me, so it's more
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and it's not as strict. Sometimes they're like, give me 3, and I'm like, oh, I can't think of 3.
Yeah.
I like
on the
fact
spot now.
It's a bit more chilled out.
Yeah. And and again, that would be fantastic as a nice conversational piece.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, everyone happy? Happy, Jen?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, well, the first thing I can say about this one is I just love the picture. And that's possibly because I'm your ideal client, Katie. So,
you are on my list, actually.
So it's funny, me and Katie have the same ideal client. And I think we're also each other's ideal client at the same time. So yeah, really, and what I loved is you've actually changed the button. It doesn't say start, it says yes. So she's given us a question, are you ready for more time and less stress? And you're like,
Yeah.
I feel really nervous.
Borrow that, Katie.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I thought. Oh, I need to do that on my next one. That's what's so powerful about this. That is just awesome. So yes, I do want more time and less stress.
And if no, then bugger off.
We don't
So I
want
should put underneath in brackets.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what I liked about this question was, again, going back to that conversational style. You promised to keep their email safe. You said you'll send them a free gift. And you've said, thank you, Katie. And there's even a little kiss. And knowing you, Katie, that's very you.
Yeah.
And so it came, I could feel that you'd written this and it wasn't taken from anywhere. It felt really personal.
Can I just mention one thing? One thing I'm viewing is the font's not quite right with my eyes.
Okay.
I don't know what that one is. For me reading it's not. I don't know whether.
Okay, so have a play with that then, Katie. That because for me reading that was quite. So that's why this is really good, because it's. How does everyone else feel about the font?
Could maybe be a little bit simpler. It is a bit.
I wanted a scripty because it's more on brand with me, but the scripty was awful. It was far too scripty. So I tried to kind of go a little bit different to the Arial or whatever the standard was. But yeah, no problem. I can change that easily enough.
It's always good to go a little bit away from the standard because you're setting yourself apart. So, definitely. But that's what this is. I mean, maybe as, maybe change the font and put in, just send a message out and say, we haven't set up that group messenger thing yet, have we, Michelle? So maybe just put in there. And that might be an idea, Jen. If we set up that group messenger thing, which we will do after this time. I didn't have Chris as a friend at the time, so I went to set it up and I was like, well, I don't want to leave one out. Then you could put it in, and then anybody who's around, something like font, that's something that we can all feedback on, because it's put it in there and see if people can look at it and say and give you that feedback straight away. So yeah, have a play with the font and see what we can give you feedback for that over the weekend. So if you could tick the box that your age range fits into, that'd be fantastic. Again, that I promise not to tell. It's really nice. Which part of your business makes you feel alive and wanting to shout it from the rooftops?
I like that.
This was a nice variation of the question, and I really liked it. Everyone else like it?
Yeah, that's great.
I'm busy scribbling.
Hey?
I'm busy scribbling.
Busy scribbling.
Yeah.
That's always a good sign. What would you like to do more of in your business if money was not an issue? Now, I did want to check with you on that question. You are, just to clarify, because this is how it reads to me, it reads in this question that you are asking them what they want to do more within their business, how they want to, say, grow their business.
Yeah.
That is what you're asking, because that is how it reads. But maybe there could be a little bit more clarity, because I did wonder, do you mean what you would do more in your life? If, like, I just slightly wondered what your intention was. I did get it right.
Yeah.
So it's not clear, but maybe something like, what would you like to do more of to grow your business, or something along those lines?
Or take it to the next level, something like that.
Yeah, to up level your business.
Yeah. That's just what I've written down on my pad.
Yeah. Great minds think alike.
Sorry, I might be being a bit fake, but can I just clarify what you do, Katie? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a social media assistant and virtual assistant, helping female entrepreneurs improve their online presence through social media and associated tasks, saving them time and stress.
Wow.
That's business, that is, isn't it?
I say it so many times. Although the other day I went to the meeting and I sat there and I went, oh, I've got no idea what I was going to say, and I just forgot. I went, I'm Katie, I know that much. And then it came back to me, but for like 2 minutes I was like, yeah, so basically, just helping out anyone in business, really, Chris.
Yeah, agree. And I want
to try and get those high-end clients. So I've set up a VIP package to try and get, I want 3
I got your email, because I'm on your email, Katie. I got your email about that, because I'm on your email list, and I did want to say to you that I loved it. It was really, really well written email, really engaging. It looks beautiful. You're so good at making things look beautiful. That really is.
I don't know whether I should put the money bit in, but I know that's everybody's. I mean, if it's my ideal client, then really it shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't matter, because you're going for so it doesn't.
Maybe I should take it out, because the people that have got the issue actually aren't my ideal client, because if they haven't got, I want to be able to charge and kind of go, well, I've had numerous businesses, so I've got the skills. I'm not coming, I'm not sat in India somewhere charging $5 an hour. I'm really not interested in even having that conversation with people. I don't want to sit there trying to build my value. I need them just to understand that and go, yeah, absolutely, I want you there. So, I mean, I think I'll take the money back, actually.
I agree with you 100%. So what is your biggest problem right now stopping you from growing your business to the next level? Do you think, if we're putting that in the question 4, are they too similar now?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So maybe.
I think this one needs more positive. No, what do you want to do more of in your business?
And then what is stopping you? So just connect them. That's all you need to do. So you've already put, in question 4, you'll have, what would you like to do more of in your business, to grow your business or to up level your business if money was not an issue? Or no, don't put money was not an issue. So what would you like to do more of, what would you like to do to up level your business? And then what is stopping you doing that? So what area do you find the hardest for you in your business that gives you a headache? I knew there was somebody, I had that feeling. I like that. And then again, what do you think I'll say on that bit?
Don't give them the ideas, like we said about Jens. Yeah,
so just take those ideas. That in itself, and what is the thing you find hardest in your business? What gives you the headache? I like that question.
If they say it's their kids doing their head in, I don't want to be a babysitter.
No. But you may. What's interesting though, say hypothetically you do get that answer.
Yep.
What is interesting is, because you're targeting females as well, so a lot of them will have children. You may not be offering babysitting services, but in your language, in your marketing materials, you can use that language to relate to them. So you're not, it doesn't, even if they say things that aren't actually relevant within that question, you can put that in the blog. You can say, you know how hard it is when you've got kids around your ankles, like Chris was saying, when you've got the kids on your leg, and you're trying to, no one in the house, mute it. Everyone always tries to contact me when I'm trying to talk to you guys. So that's something that is still useful, whatever reply they give.
I don't think I'd give them a choice of giving 1 or 2 or 3 answers.
I'd take all of that away. I agree.
Just leave it.
All of that away. So you just say what that question on its own is good, and I think that's powerful in itself.
Okay.
We've all had times in the roller coaster that's being an entrepreneur. I think that's lovely, where we felt we failed. Can you remember a time when you felt you failed, but now realise has shaped who you are? What advice would you pass on to other amazing women? I like how Katie has taken that and she's still, I mean, you could have just copied and pasted, which I would have absolutely said brilliant, but you've made it into individual to you and your brand and the way that you speak, because I get your emails because I'm on your email list, so I know it's consistent with your brand, and so
Yeah.
that's really, it represents you. So from the get-go, you're setting yourself up, you know, you're not.
Yeah, like I don't like being anyone different. I don't like airs and graces. I want to be me, and it's a really important part of my business. Is just being able to be exactly who I am and how I speak. So
and that comes across in this survey. And this survey, like I said in the training, is just like any other content that we produce. And it's an example of content and an example of that up-leveled content. And you know, you're already there as far as that's produced. You know, the way you produce things.
It's really pedantic again on that question.
This one here, question 8.
So the previous one.
Oh, right, okay.
I really absolutely love the question, but I think it should be on the roller coaster. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. We have all times in the roller coaster journey. That is me on the roller coaster. We have all times in the roller coaster. Yeah,
I think or maybe on the entrepreneurial roller coaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that reduces the words and it still gives the message.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Chris. How would you feel if you had more time to spend working on your business, rather than working in your business? And maybe potentially adding something like what difference would it make to you if you had more time working on your business rather than in your business? Also, so you're not just asking them how you feel, you're asking them what difference would it make in your life if you had more time working on your business rather than in your business, rather than just saying I feel great.
And I presume the people you're targeting will understand that question.
Yeah.
It's like common language to us, isn't it? But
yeah, they're all entrepreneurs.
So
yeah. And if they don't, then
they're not. Yeah, I agree with you.
I keep saying that. I love knowing that.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there. What if you had an extra 10 hours of work available to work on your business, spend more time with your family? What I would say here is, what if you had an extra 10 hours a week available? What if you had more time available to you? What would you do with that time? Let me know what you would really love to do. So again, taking away those examples,
the options,
allowing them to speak from the heart. But I do like the let me know what you'd really love to do. I love that bit. And if there is any way to help you, if there is a way to help give, if there was a way to help give you those hours back, giving you, give more, just look at that question.
I'm not giving you and give you.
Yeah. So if there was a way, if I take from like what Jennifer said, if I could support you, if I could help you to give you these hours back and give you more time and less stress, would you be interested in learning more? The only thing with that is you're leaving them with a yes or no response. So maybe something along the lines of, if I could help you, what would you want help with? You know, if I could, so finish that question. If I could help you to give you those hours back, giving you more time and less stress, what would I need to provide? What could I help you with in order for you to have that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Right, fabulous. Is everyone happy?
Yep.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to run because I've got another call at 12, hence the person phoning. So is everybody happy? We'll set up that little messenger group. Kelly's gonna put her thing when she's done it in there. She couldn't make today, but she's still, so if anybody sees Kelly's within there and wants to give any feedback, then you know that's all part of this group. She couldn't make today, so it'd be great if we could still all support her and give her the feedback. I'll be speaking to Kelly privately anyway to make sure that she gets the attention from us. So yeah, if you're all happy, then feel free, send this out if you want any clarification, come back to us. Feel free to send it out on the weekend. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to talk to you about what we do when we get these answers. What's the next step? How do we use these answers to help us form our products, help us form our services, help us form our marketing for it and create our blog? Okay, so is everyone happy with that?
Is it worth sending to existing clients, or is it no
potentially
point?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You take that judgment. Like, I've got some existing clients I absolutely would send it to. I've got some I never would dream to send it to, because they're not in that space where they're not your potential, say, VIPs. You know, they're just, you know, the mindset that they've got, and so that's definitely a judgment call. But yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to do energy editing as well on Tuesday, aren't we?
Ooh.
Yes, we're going to have 45 minutes of the training and then 45 minutes of energy editing with the incredible Michelle doing her magic woo-woo stuff. Which I can actually personally verify for is, like, if you've never had energy editing before, I still don't know what she does. I still have no idea. I've never sat there and said to you, Michelle, what are you actually doing? I've never actually done that. But it's so powerful. I don't even care. I don't even need
not
to.
Quite. It's kinesiology, so it's muscle testing. But I'll take the collective energy of the group and remotely muscle test through the quantum field. Sounds bizarre.
I
don't worry about it. Just
but what she comes up with,
like I say, and it'll be fine.
So yeah, just
go on.
No, go on.
It's definitely Tuesday then, because I've got the dates as Mondays. I've written him in.
Yeah, it was wrong on the email.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it's week commencing. That was the date, and then it's the Tuesday. It's always the Tuesday
at 10:30.
10:30. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And then Friday at 11 here.
Yeah.
Great, lovely. Have a great weekend, everyone. Any support you need, you know where we are.
Okay.
Take care.
Fantastic. Thank you.